Good morning, sunshines. Today I woke up in a good mood because we can drink caffeine now. So I'm drinking my favorite flavor, raspberry peach. Let me promote this real quick. I'll say it again. My favorite flavor. It's nice and sparkly, not too sparkly. It's sweet, not too sweet. The peach gives it a little oomph. So good. Currently 6:47 a.m. I feel like I should be showing you the time because if not, you're gonna think I'm a liar, you know? And it's Thursday, December. Oh, it doesn't say. December 12th. So I've only had one day off currently. I've been doing this for about a week, I think. And I've only had one day off. See, my thing is not, I don't think my problem is not coming to the gym. I actually love coming to the gym. It's nice for me. Some people dread it. My sister dreads coming to the gym. She doesn't really like it. But I think for some people, it's the environment. For some people, it's the anxiety, the social anxiety about it. But I want to get into it because I had that problem. Yep, I had that problem. But before I do that, let me just put on my favorite lip gloss. Like I said, all of this is not sponsored, but I literally, I do this 24/7. I'm at a stoplight, lip gloss. You never know who's watching, you know? Hold on. It's also cold outside, so I'm wearing gloves. You guys know I love the winter. Anyway, when I went to the gym, it was first Planet Fitness. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Well, what do I do when I go in? Like, do I have to do something? Do I have to, what if I scan and it doesn't scan? Where do I go? Where do I stretch? Where's the mats? Where's the weights? Do they have mats? Should I bring my own mat? Is it weird to go to the bathroom before I go in the gym? It's like, you just came from home. Didn't you go to the bathroom at home? All of those things were on my mind. But you know what? It came to the point where I was like, dude, I don't care anymore. Like, I was just like over it. I was like, I don't care. Fuck everybody. You know, there's a time where I was just mad at the world, and it was during that time that I started going to the gym. So I was like, you know what? Fuck everybody. And I just went to the gym and I started zoning out, and I just pretended like I still do it to this day, where it's like there's nobody there. It's just my own world. I'm in my own gym, you know. And you kind of just have to zone out. Really get into your music, get into your workout. Don't look at, oh, he's doing more weights than I am. Oh, they're going to think I'm cool if I do this weight. Like, nobody cares. I want you guys to understand this. If you get anything out of my channel, it's nobody cares. Nobody. They will judge you, but they don't care. Okay? And I've explained this before. Caring and judging are not the same. So they don't care. So if you don't care, they won't care. Like, when have you ever gone to the gym and been like, oh my gosh, I care about this person so much. Oh my gosh, look what he's up to. Oh, he's doing this, he's doing... Like, no. Unless you're a stalker and you're obsessed with a cute guy at the gym. Haven't found one yet, but... oh, all to you, whatever. So, nobody cares. Once you accept that, and the only way you will get over that social anxiety is if you keep putting yourself through these difficult situations. Many people ask me, how do you not care? Like, how are you sometimes mean? Because I'm mean sometimes. Because when it comes to disrespecting me or just talking to me, lies about me, it's just like, not with me, bitch. I'm very strict about that, boundaries, because I didn't have it when I was younger. I didn't know how to set boundaries. So now I do that, and people don't overstep the boundary. People respect me in a good way. It's not that they're scared or I'm annoying. It's just like, hey, don't do that, please. Thank you. And that's it. That's all you really need. And it's the same about the gym. You have to put yourself in these situations. Things where people disrespect you is not that you're a bad person, that you're too nice. It's that life has put you this situation so you can learn from it and you can practice. Many times we think, why do these things happen to me? It's so you can practice. It's not because you're a bad person. It's so you can practice. And you're not practicing. You're not learning from it. You're not telling people, hey, set boundaries. You're not practicing these things. So for you to get rid of social anxiety, you have to go to the gym. You have to be uncomfortable. You have to be socially awkward at the gym, and you just have to get over it. And for certain, a week in maybe, you will get rid of social anxiety. You will start giving a little less. You will start giving a fuck a little less than you did the day before. And that's the only goal. It's just giving a fuck a little bit than the day before. Like, you catch yourself, you know what, I don't really give a fuck as much as I did yesterday. Let me do that again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. And then that's just how you don't care. And you're not socially awkward, you don't have social anxiety. So when people tell me or ask me these questions, I'm like, first of all, are you gonna do something about it? Because there's friends that I've had, ex-friends. Because once you do this, I'm over you. I'm over it. They give me advice. This whole story I go on about these life lessons, this theory, this philosophy. And then they do exactly the opposite. Or they don't do anything. They're like, okay. Well, I just spent my, 10, 15 minutes? I just spent 10, 15 minutes lecturing you. Because when I tell people, I don't lecture them, but I just kind of give them a reason why this is okay, or this is why I did it, this is what I did, this is what worked for me. You should do this. Try this. I'm not telling you to do it, but I'm telling you why I did it, how it worked for me, etc., etc. And then you ask me, okay, so what should I do? And you don't do it. I take it as you're the type of person that self-sabotages yourself. And I know so many people like this, because most of us in this world self-sabotage. I catch myself sometimes self-sabotaging in like relationships and friendships, and it's like, it's annoying, but if you see it, stop it, because you have control over it. You have the power to do that. And when you self-sabotage, it's a way of you thinking you don't have power over your life. It's when you realize, you know what, I do have power over my life, where you can stop the self-sabotage. So remember, whenever you catch yourself self-sabotaging, it's because in your mind you think, oh, I don't have power over my life. Yes, you do. Tell yourself, I have power over my life, and you will at that moment realize, okay, I'm self-sabotaging. Anyway, keep doing what you're doing, and if you're not doing shit, you're not going to be closer to your goal. And I say this with lots of love, because I remember when I wanted to go to the gym, I was like, you know what, I'm going to plan, I'm going to save up for good gym clothes, and then I'm going to go to the gym, and then I'm going to go to the gym, and then I'm going to buy my food, and then I'm going to buy a cute water bottle. And you see how there's so many steps to just going to the gym? Many of us just create so many obstacles for ourselves. Instead of making it easier, we make it harder. And then I saw this video where it said, or this philosopher, I follow this like Instagram philosophy page, and I logged into Instagram and I saw it said, just do it, just start. And I was like, damn, that's me. I need to just start. Why am I planning so much? She's like, most people plan doing this, and never get to it. And I'm like, I've been planning for a couple months now, and I haven't even gone to the gym. What's stopping me from working out at home? So I just said, you know what, fuck it, let me go to the gym. But remember, context, at that time, I was not making a lot of money. I had just gotten out of high school. Like, I was still actually in high school. I was in cosmetology. So I kind of graduated early, like a couple months early, not too much, because I'm just a smart gal. But I just had like 3 classes in the beginning, but halfway through the year, I finished 1 class early, so I only had 2. And then I went to cosmetology around like 3 p.m., I believe. Or no, it was like 11. Yeah, it was 11, my bad, a.m. So from 11 a.m. to like 3, 4 p.m., I was in cosmetology. I had to do my hours. But in between those things, I could go to the gym. I could do whatever I wanted. So I was like, great. And then I was doing Zoom at home. I was doing school at home because it was COVID, so you could do it from home. I was just living life. I would wake up whenever I want to. I'd just go to class. Looking back, I had so much free time that I didn't know what to do with it. So it has to do with self-sabotage, procrastination, social anxiety, all of that, because I didn't know what to do. I was just socially awkward. and just do it. Just do it. Whenever you want to do something, the best thing I can say is just do it. Don't wait till you're ready. What the fuck does that mean? I'm not ready yet. What the fuck? That's the most dumbest shit I've ever heard. And I'm saying that because I thought that. That's why I'm saying that's stupid. Because looking back, there's so many things that I waited so long to start. I could have just done it. And I would have realized I didn't like it. But instead, I wasted my time preparing for this moment, this perfect moment, this just the perfect moment. We wait for it. We're wait till we're ready. Ready for what? A person never. It's so hard for me to say, but we're not born ready. So what the fuck does I'm gonna wait till I'm ready mean? When you do something, when you start something, you're gonna suck. You're gonna be really bad at it. So what do you mean ready? You're supposed to suck in the beginning. Let me just get that out of the way, because for some reason I thought, no, everybody's good when they start. Nobody's good. Nobody's good. Everybody, whenever you see somebody that's good at something, just know that when they sucked, nobody knew who they were. Just know that. Because when people are good at something, it's when they become known. When people are like, oh my gosh, you're so good. And they're admirable. And people look up to them. But it's when they're already like experienced. But like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, trust me, nobody knew about them. Because they sucked. You're in that position. There's a certain time where you're going to suck real bad. Nobody's... Oh, 1% on my mic, guys. Sorry. There's going to be a time where you literally suck. Nobody's going to look at you. Like right now. Nobody really gives a fuck about you. So it's the perfect time to do whatever you want. Say whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Precautious, though. Learn to want to have the consequences of these actions. But do whatever the fuck you want. But shut the fuck up. Don't tell people what you're going to do, because that was my damn problem too. But just do it. Just start. Because if you don't start now, you never started. Because tomorrow never came. Never came. It really never came. And I look back and I'm like, damn. I wasted so much time. Anyway, if you want to be less socially awkward at the gym, just keep going to the gym. And you know what I did? I tried to look cute at first at the gym. I was like, I need to look good a little. Then, I'm not even gonna lie to you, a month later, stop. Anyway, it's 7 a.m. Literally a month later, I started not giving a fuck, so I would dress homeless as, okay? My mom was like, where are you going? I'm like, oh, the gym. She's like that? I was like, yup. And you know what I told her? I was like, you know why I'm dressing like this? I'm like, because nobody knows how weak or strong I am. And that's kind of like an advantage you have of dressing like this, because you don't know my muscles. You can't see, am I weak or am I strong? And that's not even why I do it. I just told her that because I thought it was kind of cool. But nobody knows how strong or weak you actually are. So that became my theory. There's this really cute guys over here. Oh, is this a truck? Anyway, my thing for you is just do it, because I wasted so much time actually giving a fuck about people. Like I said, people don't give a fuck about you. The only thing I regret is not starting sooner. the more things you do, the better you'll get. So the longer you go to the gym, or the more things you do to get closer to your goal, the quicker you will get to the kind of person you want to be. For the longest, like I said, again, I'm not speaking just to speak, okay? I have facts to back this up. I used to be ugly, and I don't think anybody's ugly in this world. I just think you have an ugly heart. So when I say ugly, I'm talking physically. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna speak on myself that I was ugly physically, but in reality, when I see a person, I see them as for their heart, how they speak on other people, how they speak about themselves. I don't look at their physical so much. I look at their heart. Even for guys, just because you're cute doesn't mean you're good looking. You have a good heart. Like, I could give two fucks about how you look. I don't know, because when I was younger and I was physically ugly, I just always I knew and I know I had a good heart. It is his Chuck. Damn. Oh. Okay, anyway. I knew I had a good heart, and I hated the fact that people didn't realize that. I just wished that they would see that I had good intentions and that I had a good heart. But they didn't see that. They didn't care. So I do that. Because I would have liked someone to see that in me, that I had a good heart. So I do that. I do that for myself, and I do that for others. And I think that's the proper way to judge people. You're not supposed to judge, but that's just the way I do it, because it's my life, bitch. So whenever I see somebody, they're beautiful, they're cute, I'm like, okay. And it's not a way for me to like cope with them being more handsome, more experienced than me. It's just like, I could care less about your beauty. That's why when I say I'm cute, I'm adorable, I say that with so much love in my heart, not physically love for myself on the outside. I like myself on the outside now. I think I'm beautiful. I think I'm cute. But it took loving myself from the inside. It took love from the heart. You might not understand what I'm saying, but it doesn't matter how much surgery you get, how much you go to the gym, how much pounds weight you lose, how much good clothes, designer you wear. That doesn't fucking matter. What matters is your heart. And at the end of the day, if you don't fix your heart, if you don't have a good heart, and if you don't like who you are from the heart, you will get to the top and you will hate yourself. And you will even think about, because you don't like yourself. And I wrote this in my journal. Being alone is not loving yourself. Being lonely is not having love at all. And I thought, I don't know if that's a quote, I don't know, but that's just what I feel about myself. That's what I feel when I'm alone. And I feel alone. You're not alone. You're with yourself. So if you feel alone, it's not loving yourself. If you feel lonely, it's because you have no love at all. Because you feel like nobody loves you and this and that. It's because you have no love in your heart. So that's just a little quote that I came up with, but I don't know if somebody else came up with it. I don't know, but that's just it came from the heart when I was feeling a little alone. Because keep in mind, many people say this. I've heard many say you're gonna be alone on the way to the top, or you're gonna be alone. Damn, they both got a truck. Ugh. Anyway, you're gonna be alone at the top, or it's very rare the people you're gonna share the time and the money when you're at the top. And I never really thought it much, like, okay, yeah, like you just say that to say that, you just say that to sound cool, but no, it's true. And it's not because you want it that way, it's because you no longer say yes to everything, because you're set on a specific goal and you're just like looking right at it. You're like, I'm going this way. So when there's distractions on the side of the road, you don't even look at them because you know exactly where you're going. But back then, when you didn't know where you wanted to go, you were like, oh, let me stop here, let me stop here, let me stop here, let me stop here. So it seemed fun, but in the long run, it's affecting you because there's no direction you're going, and then you feel lost, and then you get lost on the side of the road. And that's what nobody tells you. It's not that you're weird, that you're better than anybody else, or that you think you are. You're not better than anybody else. Damn, this This gym kind of has good looking people. You guys heard the car. Not me saying they got good cars when I'm talking about the heart. Anyway, what was I yapping about? Oh yeah, the rarer you are, the rarer the people you will have things in common, or you'll find the rarer it'll be for you to find people that like the same things you like, or that in the same direction that you are in. But that's not a bad thing, because if everybody wanted your mission or wanted what you wanted, it would kind of be hard. There'd be a lot of competition in that. So whenever you find yourself like, damn, like I'm actually alone, it's because you're not valuing your own company. You're not alone. And I'm starting to get cold. This window. You're not alone. Many times we feel alone. We're not alone. Value yourself a little bit more for you to think you're not alone. Yup. I'm telling you, you are not alone. You just gotta love yourself a little bit more. Whenever you're feeling lonely, just know you're not alone. You just don't got love in your heart. Fix that. Going back to the heart stuff. Judge people. You didn't have to judge people, but if you were to ever have to pick your friendships based on something, I would pick them based on people's hearts. And that's what I do. I pick people based on their hearts, because at the end of the day, we all have different faces. We all have different masks we put on for each other, which are personalities for everybody we have. And that's one thing I try to do. I try to be the same person for everybody, because if you don't like for me for who I am, and I have to change for you to like me, then I'm being fake. I'm not being real, and I'm not reaching my full authenticity, and the highest frequency of vibration, which is authenticity. I'm changing myself, alternating myself to you specifically, so you kind of like me. I don't care if you like me. You shouldn't care what people like you or not. If one thing is for them to like you, one thing is for you to just get along because you're coworkers. I get along with my coworkers. Doesn't mean I like them. Does that make sense? So you don't always have to be liked by everybody. You don't always have to like everybody. Don't. You can like, you can, get along with them because you see some good in them. That's great. But doesn't mean you love them, you like them. You're like, yeah, I would die for this person. And you don't always have to feel that way. It's like, okay, I can learn to see the good in you. That's what I do. But if you were to judge people based on something, base it on their hearts. Because at the end of the day, if a person is truly evil from the heart, they're evil. But if a person appears to be evil, but they're not from the heart, they're very soft and sweet, that's who that person is. They have a mask of who they want to appear to be, but on the inside, they're actually really sweet and kind. When it comes down to a certain situation, they will be there for you. They will be sweet and kind to you, and you'll actually be shocked. You're like, damn, I thought they were evil and mean. But no, it was like everybody does. We all have a masks that we try to portray to people. And that's what they were doing. They were trying to, sometimes people want to push other people away because they're like, no, I'm going to hurt you, or you're going to hurt me. And they're scared. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to look down in the heart, because some people they're not fake, but they want to portray something that they're not, because they think they're evil, they think they're not good enough, etc., etc. So it's down to you to be smart and pick your friends wisely. I see so many people, so many teenagers pick their friends really badly. And we're young, but I never have given myself that exception, like, oh, but I was young, I was dumb. No, when you're younger, you're even smarter. That's my theory. But you have to be open-minded. You have to open up your mind. You have to question life. You have to have hypotheses. You have to, actually be curious about the world, or else you're gonna be like closed-minded. But I've seen so many kids that are smart. Like, I think it was Warren Buffett. He was 9 years old. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know who it was, but I know at 9 years old they were buying stocks. They bought like newspaper routes. I'm like, at 9-10 years old. It's insane. I'm like, okay, so why are we telling the new generation? Because this was way back in his time, where like for me it's just not, I don't give people the advantage of saying, oh no, but I was young. No, just because you're young doesn't mean you're dumb. It means you are more easily gullible to things, to saying yes to things, but doesn't mean you're dumb. You know what's right and wrong, and you did it because you wanted to. Because everything I do, I remember being younger, I'm like, oh, she told me to do it. And my mom's like, never say that. Because when you go to heaven or hell, it's not going to be them that goes to heaven and hell. It's going to be you because you did it. Not they told you and, oh, they're going. No, it's you alone. And then when you die, you're not going to go with them. You're going to go by yourself. And this is when I was young. Like, I remember being 7 and learning these lessons from 7 years old. I still remember it till this day. So you cannot tell me young is being dumb and you don't know. You're just more gullible. But if you know what's right and wrong, and I'm telling you this so you tell your kids or your friends or your cousins, whenever you see somebody do something wrong and blame someone else, tell them. Remember, whether you believe in heaven or hell, wherever you go, wherever you're punished, even when you go to the cops, if somebody told you to rob a bank, you're going to jail, not them. You're going to jail. The same thing. So always tell people, hey, take responsibility. Take responsibility. Even if you're a girl, even if you're a guy, even if you're a fucking pig, dog, take responsibility. At the end of the day, it's your fault. You did it. So you are where you are in life because that's how you've wanted it. And you don't even realize because you're so gullible to everything, to the news, to what people tell you, to life. Life's unfair. Congratulations. You found that out, what, 15 years later, 17, 22 years later? You just realized life isn't unfair. It gives you what you want. It gives you what you deserve, what you've worked hard for. Maybe you just haven't worked hard for it, but that's hard for us to say. Like, damn, I haven't worked hard enough to have the body that I want. I haven't worked hard enough to be rich as fuck. It's just really that simple. There's no, like, secret hack. It's just, you're just not that good. And it took me a while to accept that. Because I always thought, you know what, maybe I'm really smart. I told you, from a young age, I've had a big ego. And it's not even a big ego, I just highly respected myself. So if I respected myself, I'm like, I gotta work hard, right, to respect myself. So I feel like I've always worked hard for what I wanted. I recommend you to work hard for what you want, because you'll have a little respect for yourself, and then from respect grows confidence. And then from confidence grows authenticity, and authenticity grows high frequency, and high frequency attracts what you want in life. And it all relates to everything. I think it was what's that famous, it's Da Vinci said, learn the art of science and the science of art. And that's how I felt when I was learning about God and the Bible, and I was getting closer to my religion. And then I was learning about money. I'm like, whoa, like it all relates to, like, religion and money relates so much. I was like, am I just being crazy? But then I heard this quote and I was like, oh, exactly describes what I was feeling at that time when I saw that Catholic and making money just kind of related to each other, and how attracting what you want, and there's just so many things that in this world that relate to everything. Like culinary even relates to making money, like the process, the patience, the art of it. It relates to everything. So be curious, stay curious. I should probably go. I really don't want to go to the gym today. But we gotta do what we gotta do, because last time, actually, when I didn't want to go to the gym, like I didn't even post that video because I was so depressed. Not depressed, but I was just so unmotivated. Usually after making this video, I feel a little motivated, because this is just me motivating myself, but I'm just recording it. But I can self-motivate myself, So I just record it. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Because I also love watching my videos. You guys don't understand. My favorite thing is to watch myself, to look at my videos, to look at my pictures. And myself might seem self-centered, but I just love, hey, I love this angle about myself. Next time I'll take this picture like this specific angle, this pose. So I just know myself so much, and every angle, every aspect, in front of the camera, off camera, in my car, outside my car, at the beach. I know what poses. It's just like knowing yourself to the deepest level is fascinating to me. Anyway, what was I going on about? When I record myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna post this. Let's see if I just think I'm funny. I think I'm adorable, and sometimes I feel like I say things that might help others. That I don't see that what I'm saying is very valuable. But I've realized that sometimes people ask for advice just because, or I just give advice. I don't know if they ask. I don't remember. I just remember giving advice. And they actually, you're right. It's not, and I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying, like, maybe I have something good to say. Maybe what I did, or the little experiments that I do, or that I've done so far in my life have worked, because it worked for me. So whenever people are going through that, I just give them what I did. I'm like, oh, well, I did this, and now I do this, and now people respect me. So it's like, if you want, try it. They're like, okay, I'll try it, and then they end up liking it. Then end up coming back for a little bit more advice. But I don't give advice just on anything, okay? I just give advice on what I've done, because there's some things where I'm like, oh, I don't know. Sorry, can't help you there. But that's why I post these videos. So don't think I'm like experienced. I'm not. I just know a lot about confidence, because I faked it for so long. But now I'm like authentic, and I love myself, and I'm not faking it. I shouldn't have to say I'm confident. You should already know. But that's for another video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. 안녕하세요.